I am live here with Taylor Lancaster. He's here doing the label of GMOs, and we are in Tunapana, Arizona. Did I say it right? Tunapana?
Tanopa.
Tonopah, see? Where the hot springs are. So he's here with me and agreed to do an interview with me about his cause, his passion, and what started this. So without further ado, we're going to introduce Taylor.
Thanks for having me. You just want to know like basic.
Well, I would like to know, first question off is like, what started your passion for this? Like, what inspired you to want to actually do the walk with the GMOs?
Originally, I think it was back in August. I spent some time backpacking and thought of doing this big walk across the United States, and um, really just wanted to do it and put the intention out there that I wanted to do it. And then my buddy Orion, who is with Garlic Gold and Omega Point, came to me and said, "Hey, what's going on? How's your life?" He had just moved back from Hawaii, and I said, "I'm good. I'm gonna walk across the United States in 5 months." And he said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Would you be willing to walk for the GMO labeling issue?" And I said, "Absolutely." And really just started to learn a lot more about it. I've been in the organics food movement since 2007 when I was farming um, in New Zealand, and ever since then I've realized the importance of being involved in the organics food movement. And of course, years ago I discovered the necessity for people to know about GMO foods and why it's important that they be labeled. And once I did that, then Orion said, "Would you like to be sponsored by Omega Point and Garlic Gold?" And I said, "Absolutely." And so for the last 5 months, we've just been gearing up um, to get ready for this walk. I left on January 5th, and Omega Point and Garlic Gold have really been super supportive in making sure that I have all my needs met. Plus, people have been donating, and so I've been on this walk for about 33 days, and I've totally supported. So that's kind of a quick synopsis.
Okay, well, and why do you think it's important to label the food? Takes deep compassion just to do what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my own personal practice is letting people know what the truth of things really are, and to enable people to make the choices for themselves. So without walking around telling people like GMOs are bad or GMOs are good, I'm really walking to support the awareness of them so people can make the choices for themselves and really empower people. Um, and I felt like, I could ride my bike across America and do this. I could ride a horse across America and do this. I could. There's any number of things that I could have done. I could have, jumped in a bus and done a year-long bus ride all around America, um, talking to people and doing things like that. But I felt like walking would really support the cause even more. And since I had already intended to do that,
Okay.
it seemed to be more beneficial.
Okay. So, besides all that, can you explain for people out there what GMOs are? Because some people aren't aware of what
Yeah.
GMOs are.
So the GMO word is an acronym. It stands for genetically modified organisms, and basically what happens is these companies that are doing the genetic modification is they're taking two genes from two separate species and splicing them together so that they can be more pesticide ready for crops and fields. But what we're discovering is that um, the the effects of having pesticides on our food is creating a lot of health problems for people. And without getting on sides, the labeling issue is really just to
Right.
enable people to do
make educated decisions whether they want to eat GMOs or not.
Right.
Where for our audience out there, in some countries in Europe, they have to label things as GMOs and they let you know. So they let you make the educated decision whether you want to eat GMOs. They're not saying that GMOs is this. That's all, just label, just right to know what's in your food. So how did you come with the name Walk to Know? How did that come about?
Walk to Know actually wasn't my idea. It was it was Orion's idea. Originally, we were going to call it Tay Walk, but I thought that was a little bit too egocentric. And walking to know, because we have a right to know what's in our food, and so I'm walking to let people know what's in their food. Yeah.
Okay, so you started in January 5th. You started in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Okay, and tell me about some of the people you meet and what did you do during that time? Because I've taken some pictures. I'm going to let you see the video that I made for you.
Cool.
That you're going to really like, and hopefully, if I know them, I could put the garlic gold in there. We'll figure out a way.
Sure.
But that's the show. See the garlic and it's organic. And also the thing is, which people need to know, that you can have organic GMOs.
Yeah.
People didn't know that. They thought if it's organic, then it's not GMO.
Right.
But I'm here, your food alchemist, going to let you know that there can be, organic GMOs. So tell us, your journey. Where did you start at? Did you start from home, your walk? Did you start from our friend's house? How did it start? Because you've been on the road 33 days.
Yeah.
That's a big number. So positive numbers.
Yeah. Let's see, I left from the Santa Monica Pier the morning of the 5th, and some friends of mine met up there, and we took photos and stuff, and then I started walking east up Wilshire Boulevard.
Wow, okay. What a way to go.
Yeah, just started walking, and then about an hour later, I met Orion, Brudico, and a bunch of buddies, and my brother and my sister.
Okay.
Or my brother's girlfriend. And some other buddies, and we all had breakfast together, and then I spent the day walking from Santa Monica into Silver Lake. And I spent the night at my really, really good family friends. They're like aunts and uncles to me, Kim and Billy Frolic, and they put me up for my first night.
Okay.
And gave me a hot meal. And the next morning I walked through downtown LA and into San Gabriel. Yeah, I was just above San Gabriel, or just above downtown LA, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
I actually stumbled upon this Buddhist temple that was really beautiful, and I got to sit there and meditate for a little while, so that was beautiful.
Okay.
And then that night, my Kim and Billy paid for a hotel room for me to stay at in San Gabriel.
Okay.
So that day was a little interesting, and then the third day, my friend Haley Miles, her parents live in Laverne, which is in just outside of Rancho Cucamonga. And
I know where that is.
And they picked me up and took me to their house that night and brought me back to the same spot the next day, and really just gave me a really beautiful meal and some companionship. And the next night I walked into San Bernardino, and I met up with my buddy Steve Kessler and his family, the Kesslers, and he's a deputy sheriff in San Bernardino County, and that was really cool hanging out with him, because he was kind of my hero growing up, got me into a lot of music. And then from there I spent 3 days with Haley's sister and her husband and their 2 kids in Rancho Cucamonga, and that was just awesome. They were just really, really warm and welcoming, and her sister Heather is really into the organic food movement. She has a huge garden in her backyard, and she was totally supportive, and they hooked me up with a room for 3 nights so I could rest, and food to eat, and just a lot of love.
Okay.
And so I spent 3 days there, and then I walked into Banning, California,
I used to live there.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you find being in California?
It was the next spot before. Palm Springs.
Idlewild. Didn't you go to Idlewild first, or do you went to Palm Springs?
Yeah. So I went to Banning, and then my really good buddy John Huddleston, who's an arborist up in Idlewild, he's really working hard to save all the massive trees that are being killed off by this little beetle. I forget the name of it.
Okay.
And I spent a couple days with him, and that was really cool, hanging out in Idlewild. Really beautiful community up there.
That's my community.
Yeah,
They have a acupuncture. I want to say acupuncture community center there in Idlewild, California. Up there is a little tiny little shop in there. We're talking about that's where I was. That's
Totally.
right. So they have organic farming. They're really big about that, and they're very supportive. But I want to tell you, during the wintertime, you don't want to be up there, because once you're on that mountain, they don't come down. The 18-wheelers go up there. Now, how did you feel driving up there and coming off that mountain?
My buddy drives kind of crazy, so it was awesome. We were like up and down that mountain in 45 minutes.
Okay, so to me, that's was kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have beautiful farmers. So did you tell them about your cause?
Oh, yeah.
Did you find supportive or anything in the community? Did you get to talk to
Totally.
anybody? Like, did they hold like something for you to come in and educate people, like why you're walking?
No, it was pretty impromptu that I was going up there.
Okay.
It wasn't part of the original plan. I spent the days hanging out and hiking, and I would go to the Higher Grounds coffee shop and hanging out and talking to people there and letting them know what was going on, and they were really supportive, and they all wanted to follow my blog and stuff like that. So that was really cool.
For our people out there, tell them your blog.
My blog is walktoKnow.tumblr.com.
Okay.
And you can also find it at walktoKnow.org.
Okay. And what is it? www Omega Point.
Right. So the way that you can get to the Omega Point site now is just by typing in walktoKnow.org. But the Omega Point website is omegapointinstitute.org.
Okay, that's good. So you'll get updates. So I want people to go there and support them. And so tell me, how excited are you about to go to Phoenix? What are you visualizing when you get there? Some of the things, but
yeah, I am. Well, my dad's coming on Monday, and I'm going to spend a couple days with him, and then we have really good family friends there as well. So I'm going to spend like 3 days with some of my favorite people.
Awesome!
In a house, and getting to do laundry and like decompress a little bit.
Okay.
And re-up on food and things like that. spend about a week just rehabbing. And then making the push over into Albuquerque is about 500 miles.
Okay, yeah, because for you guys out there, he's going to be in Tempe. He's going to be at the Pomegranate Cafe. He's going to be at some of the farmers markets in town. We're working on getting him at the ASU on Tuesday farmers market, which happens at nighttime, which is really, really good. So he's going to be out there for you ASU students and Tempe people to come out and show your support and your love. So for that, and I'm also going to give you a little care basket. What I call is like little mini meals, muffins, so you'll be able to take. So they have vitamin C and vitamin D, all the things that you need to be able to take with you, so you're not just munching on nuts and so forth, because I know that gets tiring. You need protein. Your muscles are actually developing and stretching.
Yeah.
So anybody out there, if you're a Reiki master or masseuse and you happen to see them, it would be nice for you. This is for me, the Food Alchemist, to donate a massage to this gentleman, or Reiki healing. All of my Reiki friends out there, send him some Reiki healing and Reiki love, and even some prana healing. This is what needing. He's walking his talk, which we don't see a lot. We see people say they're about something, but he's actually walking his talk and doing it with his own two little feet. He's walking, and he has a little push cart. He's ran into some weather. I heard you drop your little food container? You had to go down a mountain and pick that up, and like how are you making it with your food, like with this walk?
I didn't go back down the mountain to get it. I just said, forget it. I'll just get it in the next town. Yeah.
Okay.
So that night I always have backup meals in
Okay.
case something goes wrong. So I had a backup meal that night. But actually I was so tired that I knocked it over and half of it spilled out on the ground.
Oh
So I ended
gosh.
up eating peanut butter and tortillas that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so you eat peanut butter and tortillas, and it's like, okay. Did you get caught in any? Was there any raining on your way, your journey? Did you
No,
get wet?
knock on wood. I haven't had one day of rain since I've been walking.
Okay.
It's been really nice. The one day there were 2 days where it was raining, and I was staying at the Gebauers. Heather and Wes Gebauer is Haley's sister and brother-in-law, and the other night I was in Blythe staying in a hotel, so I was stoked.
Tell me what you think about Blythe, because that's where the prison is, right?
Yeah,
You're not supposed to stop.
Yeah, Blythe is a really underdeveloped place that used to be an amazing spot. I was talking to some local people. There used to be community gardens, and there used to be a lot of business through there, a lot of little local shops, and everything kind of just decimated over time. And I was curious to find out, what had happened, but I was never able to find out what happened.
Called Big Brother, come in and take over, divide and conquer.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get on that. I can get on my soapbox about a lot of things that's going on in this world, but this is all about you.
Yeah.
So now that you're getting ready, you're in Tunapona. I don't know why I want to call it Tunapona. Something about that name.
Because you lived in Hawaii. And that sounds Hawaiian.
Probably, yeah. I love Hawaii. For all my people out there that are actually going to watch this.
The kind.
Right. I know they're going to be looking at this, so I'm going to give a shout out to all my Kona family, my granddaughter, my grandbabies out there. I have 2 grandbabies, believe it or not. And my daughter's 25.
Wow.
She's 25. So I got 2 grandbabies out there. So how are you, if you get a cold or something, what are you doing besides the garlic gold? So, and I also want you to explain what garlic gold does. But what are you doing? Because I know a gentleman brought you something, honeybee or something like that.
Yeah, this honey collector in Montana named his name was Roy. I can't remember his last name. The name of the honey company is Treasury Honey Company. I did a post about them last week when I was in Quartzsite.
Okay.
Or this week when I was in Quartzsite. And he gave me a jar of honey and this hand lotion that was made from beeswax, really awesome stuff. And he also gave me this little elixir, this tincture that's based in honey and has garlic and different healing stuff in it. And I had kind of a slight cold earlier this week, and took a shot of that, and it was gone.
See, testimony. So tell us about Garlic Gold.
Yeah, Garlic Gold has been, as a company, they've been so supportive of the walk, but also their product has been really helpful as well. I put their garlic olive oil in my food almost all the time. And what it is it's roasted garlic inside of olive oil. And they also have a line of salad dressings and stuff like that as well. And I wouldn't be able to do this walk without them, and I also wouldn't be able to endorse them unless I actually really like the product. So I can be a pretty genuine person most of the time.
Oh. Yeah. So you say you're genuine sometimes? No. But that's good, because most people will just flip anything for a buck. And what people need to realize, that you're not doing this for a buck, you're doing this for a cause, and you have a real outpour for people to know. It's not about money. It's about educating and helping you understand, and doing it silently, where You know, like people go and got moguls and stuff. You're doing it, and someone by the back door came in and decided to help you out and be your support, which is amazing. And you know that you're going to do well.
Yeah.
Because your next stop in Albuquerque, I don't know what's going to go there, but have you ever been at New Mexico?
No, never even been through it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been to Texas before?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
So we're conquering Kentucky. Have you been to Kentucky?
Nope, I haven't been to any of the South. No.
Oh, my goodness. This is going to be educational. You're going to have to definitely send me video.
Sure. Sure.
Because this is just going to be amazing. So I'm assuming that you're going to be doing maybe stone soups in different everywhere
Yeah.
you go. So did you do a stone soup in California at all?
No.
Okay.
The stone soup idea came out within the last couple of weeks with Melissa.
That's Melissa Baldwin. For
Yeah.
you people don't know, she's one of the people that put me onto him. And then my great friend Tracy Lease, that's behind the camera. You know, she's just so sweet and so supportive. You know, the beautiful goddess mother that she is. You know, so she got me here. She picked me up and just was awesome. She's an awesome lady for people.
We're all
that
going to
know.
go have a soak in the mineral spring any second.
Okay. So
Yay.
tell me, what are you hoping your outcome would be for this walk? What are you hoping to see by the end of this walk besides getting through it?
I don't even know. I mean, I feel like a really great ending would be to meet Michelle and Barack and tell them like the importance of this issue, but also really just spreading the word to people that don't know, because there's a lot more states that are coming around to initiate a labeling bill in their state. Arizona is one of them. New Mexico's I don't know if New Mexico's on there, but I know of 6 states besides Hawaii that are trying very hard to get.
Washington, Oregon, Arizona, who else? Vermont.
I think California.
California has been on and off the table in
Yeah.
California. Vermont, I know, is another one. So we're out there. We're conquering.
Well, that's the great thing about Vermont is their bill passed, and Monsanto has been trying to sue them for the last.
Well, they try to sue Hawaii too. So I mean, come on. Well, people that don't know who it is, they created the Agent Orange thing. So that was doing damage and stuff. So I'm educating you. He's not gonna do. He's just wants you to be aware. You know how I feel. You know about those people that try to step on the little people.
Yeah.
Without saying a word.
Well, I'm all about Dustin Barca and the work that he's doing in Hawaii. I think it's really inspiring, and I hope that Hawaii keeps on keeping up the good fight, because I don't want to eat GMO pineapple.
No, the only thing that we have on the Big Island is the GMOs is going to stay is the papayas. I don't know why, but I have a friend that actually wrote the bill for Kona. For the Big Island, I should say. And I was there during those grueling months, and he was very frustrated when they had to write the bill. So thank you very much. And it finally got passed, and he was the one that wrote the bill for the plastic bags.
Yeah.
So hats off to him as well. So I guess that's when stuff's really became a passion. GMO's always been a passion, but the plastic bags, I didn't really think, like, who cares? And then I thought about it. Well, they're winding up in our landfill.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is not about that. I'll stick on the topic of GMOs. But now that you're going to do the stone soup, tell them what the stone soup is. Because I told them you're going to tell them what the stone soup. Do you know what the stone soup is?
Not as much as Melissa does.
Okay, the stone soup is what we're going to do is people are going to bring some items and we're going to make a soup from them items. Or what we're going to do is take from them items, and your Manoir is going to, Mademoiselle, me, is going to make a dish out of all the things that are donated, and we're going to actually eat them, enjoy them as a family. as a family style. So, and you're going to do a speech about the GMO, and you're walking and the cause. And we're also going to have State Representative Juan Mendez from the Tempe area. He's going to be there. That he's going to actually be there and talk about it. And he's the one that's doing the bill for Arizona. So kudos to you, dude, and thank you so much. So we're glad about that. So I'm just so stoked about all the things that you're going to do. So I hope you get to go to our botanical garden and get
Yeah.
some learn some different herbs and stuff, some plants. So along the way, if you recognize some plants, you can actually use them for healing.
Yeah.
But if you're not, you can always call me your favorite, herb practitioner, and I can tell you what's good for this or that. Just in case you say, stay away from poison ivy and all that other good stuff, and there's other poison weeds that you want to stay away from. But then when you came through the walk on I-10, did you see a lot of sage?
No, almost zero. Almost none. I thought there's this plant that I thought looked a lot like sage, but it wasn't sage. I was walking on I-10, and then I walked along I-10, and then I was walking along the 60, and there were a lot of Soroyo cactuses and or cacti, and but no sage. Didn't see any.
Wow.
Almost zero.
Okay, that's kind of like spooky, but that's for another day.
Yeah.
So okay, you did that, and I'm just so stoked that you're going to be coming to Tempe, and I'm hoping that what we call the conscious living community in Arizona is going to pick you up, and maybe some other farmers markets will have there, and we're looking for them to donate, for Tuesday, so we can have a fabulous meal. So can we count on you in the kitchen to at least chop something?
Sure.
You want to hold a knife, and I'll trust your knife skills.
Sure.
So what do you want the people to know? What else do you want them to know? We need, just not me running my yak. They hear me every Friday.
I guess I just want people to keep supporting the walk and keep spreading the message about the walk and the importance of GMO labeling, and to really support this in whatever way they can. We're going to be starting something new called I think it's called Walk a Mile or something like that.
Okay, tell me about it.
And you can walk a mile as a way of donating your time to the walk. If you don't have enough money to donate to the walk, you can walk a mile, or you can skateboard a mile, you can ride a bike a mile, and then just tag the Walk to Know campaign inside of the inside of your post, and that'll help spread the message even more.
Okay, see? So there's always a way. You don't always have to come out of your pocketbook, but come with your heart fulfilled so you can spread the word. So there is room for everybody. From the little toddlers, if you're in your little, what is it they have? Them prams. Not prams. What are they called here? Something. What are they called? They're
Strollers.
not. There you go.
Yeah.
Those strollers. And then they even have the bike thing for the mothers out there for them to run and jog. So there's different ways that you can be a healthy influence in spreading the word. So he says just tag. And if they want to donate, where would they go?
You go to walktoknow.org, and there's a link there where you can donate both to the Walk to Know campaign and also to the Omega Point Institute.
Now, when they see you, can they actually donate
to me directly?
Directly?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
So who would they make the payment out to, just in case they would want to know?
Oh, if they wanted to make a donation to me
you, yes.
directly,
Yeah.
Like if they saw me on the street and they didn't have cash,
right?
Yeah, they can just make a check out to me. That's fine.
Okay, so you see that? So there's a way, there's a well. If you've got cash or donate, you can go to the website, and you can be part of this cause, and you will make a difference and label to know. So this is what I thought was so important for us to understand, that you have a right to know. You might not want to eat GMOs, and you might want to eat GMOs. That is a choice, and no one has the right to take that choice from you. So I like this young gentleman, Taylor, because he's walking his talk with his feet for GMOs. So I want to thank you. And we're going to say, you have anything you want to say to anybody? Anything special out there? Any special requests? Come on, lay it on. This is the time. Keep it going.
Anna Lubin, I love you, and Mom and Dad, Jeff and Kathy, and my step parents, Jimmy and Carol, and my brothers and sisters, Rye, Carson, and Morgan, and Keaton, and my soon-to-be sister-in-law, April. I love you guys, and a big shout out to Santa Barbara and to Will Marsh. I love you. I know you're going to be watching this, dude, and all my other amazing friends that I love so much. Thank you so much for your support.
All right. This has been your favorite food alchemist. You will be able to see this on Ustream TV, YouTube TV. It's going to be uploaded to True Psychic Networks, and you'll be able to see this on Roku, and you'll be able to see it in Russia. Didn't tell you that. It's also going to be seen in Sweden. You didn't know about that. See, that's my connection. I'm international. They haven't gotten there yet, so my stuff I posted. So all my friends out of there, Danke schön. And I'm going to say sayonara and adios to all of them, and all I love you. This has been your favorite food alchemist, and you will see me, stay tuned, every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on True Psychic Network. And then you can always go to Food Alchemy channel. We will be coming in live. We are just working out glitches. So we might again have this gentleman on where he had a taste of Arizona, Ceci style. So I promise not to damage anything, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to feed the man. So it's been real. I am your favorite food alchemist. Blessings.